What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here today, bringing you the third game of my World Cup. Guptill has just gone and made a golden duck, so that is not the best start. But third game, we are unbeaten so far, 2 from 2. Picked up a bit of a flukish win against Bangladesh and then beat Pakistan by 80 runs in the last game, but we are making hard work of it here as we've just lost Ross Taylor, so 2 down early on. We lost Kane Williamson. Ross Taylor is now the new incoming batsman, so hopefully we can go and keep the run rate up. Rutherford can go and bat through. He's had a pretty good tournament so far, so has Ross Taylor. In fact, everyone has, but I've once again gone and put the mockers on him because he is now gone and he is out. So in comes the young Daryl Mitchell. He is in today for Anaru Kitchen. I have made a few changes to my side, just a couple. So Darren Mitchell coming in. Sorry, it's Daryl Mitchell. Man, I'm having a way with my words today. Daryl Mitchell coming in for Anaru Kitchen. Kitchen just, has been struggling a wee bit just with form. So he's come out. Mitchell struggling with form as well. He only made 4, so that middle order spot is starting to look mighty fine for someone to go and take it, but he's been struggling. And Doug Bracewell, we brought him in for Ryan McCone. Now that's not a form thing, that's more of just giving Bracewell a go to keep his form up, because currently I think it's about 3 stars, and really if we do need him later on in the competition, that we do have him there if we decide to go maybe with all 4 out seamers rather than Jimmy Neesham. We'll maybe play Jimmy Neesham at 7, because we are playing 2 keepers when you think about it really, in Ronke and BJ Watling, so one of them can slide out quite easily. That would be probably the easiest way to do it, rather than to disturb the top order, because the top order pretty solid most of the time. I mean, they haven't really done it this game, but most of the time they are pretty good. So I mean, not today. I've gone and said that, and I've gone really talked them up, but they just couldn't deliver the goods today. So hopefully we can go and get a decent score. This is looking pretty slow at the moment, but the 100 partnership coming up in pretty quick time. We're going to have to start accelerating soon. We've still got the power play. We've got 2 set players. We've got BJ Watling still to come in, as well as Luke Ronke. Looks like he's gone and given away his wicket. He has. So he's gone for 56. Not a bad start for him, but BJ Watling in now, and he's one of those players that, a lot of people, I guess both in this and in proper ODI cricket for the New Zealanders, is a bit overlooked. And he's one of those players that I think potentially could go to the World Cup as a backup wicketkeeper to Ronke. I think Ronke is still probably the first choice, but BJ Watling could almost get in there just on his batting alone. I mean, he can bat anywhere between 1 and 7, and he has done that. I think he hit 5 consecutive 50s or something in a tour. I can't remember. It might have been against Pakistan, I think, actually. Not the recent tour, but I think the tour before that. I think he was in the squad just as a specialist batsman in that tour. He may have wicket-kept, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head. So we are struggling along here to a pretty mediocre score. Hopefully our quicks can go and get the job done, but we will just have to wait and see. Hopefully Doug Bracewell, he can pick up. What are you doing, boys? There was an easy 3 there, and you've only run 1? So not the greatest of ends. We only scored 221 for 7, and that I think is probably due to the fact that our top order just did not really get the job done today. So hopefully the bowlers do have enough to bowl with. Tim Southey, he's taken a wicket there, and he's been bowling pretty well both in this and in the test match going on against Sri Lanka at the moment. Hopefully we can pick up Brendan Taylor, because that is the big wicket. Mitchell picking that one up, and Tim Southey actually on a hat-trick. That's going to go, it's going to fall short, it's going to run away for 4. That wasn't a hat-trick ball, that was the last ball, because there was a wide in there as well. So we got the big wicket of Brendan Taylor. Hopefully we can go and carry on, keep picking up wickets at a solid rate. Ronke, without the gloves on, takes a catch at mid-on. You probably wouldn't put a wicketkeeper there, would you? You put a wicketkeeper, I guess, close to where he normally fields in the slips. Maybe at point, maybe at cover, but mid-on, I don't know if I really put him there, but maybe we should, because Bracewell's just gone and dropped that one off McClenaghan, so that is not ideal. I just want to apologise for, I guess, uploading this on a Sunday today, but I came home from work yesterday and I was just absolutely knackered, didn't have the time. I just realised I put McClenaghan in for an extra over than I wanted, but yeah, just didn't have the time, came home from work. It's been really hot here in Christchurch lately. All of those watching the Boxing Day test would know that, and I was just absolutely knackered when I got home from work, and the last thing I felt like doing was sitting down and doing a recording, so I just left it. Bracewell really going and trying to fight for his place in the side today. Him and McCone are kind of that third seam bowling option, and it's just between one of those two. But yeah, really hot, still hot today. My room is actually roasting. I'm thinking about turning on the fan after this because I'm just starting to get out of breath just doing this commentary. That's how warm it is. Maybe it's because I've been eating too much Christmas ham, been eating too much Christmas food, and I'm just a bit unfit. But that's gone for 6. So Sabanda is looking pretty solid here, and hopefully we can go and get him out soon. A wee treat, because this is coming out on a Sunday. People talked about this earlier when I was doing, well, a wee while ago now. Well, if you remember, I did an IPL, tournament in Cricket Coach with the Pune Warriors, and a lot of people said, when the Big Bash comes around, are you going to go and do it for the Big Bash? And I was kind of humming and hawing about it, and I thought to myself last night, you know what, why don't we go and do it for the Big Bash? It goes and just brings a bit of variety, I guess you would say, especially at the moment, because in my World Cup, it's just game after game, so there's not really too much in between, which personally I like. I prefer to go and do it from like game to game basis, because it just feels like I can go and really talk about the previous game and this game along with other stuff a lot more in depth. Whereas if you go and you're doing it over a span of 4, 5, 6 games, you're going to have to go and cram everything in very tightly. I just realised we still haven't taken our power play, and I'm going and bowling all my seamers, so I might actually bring in Kane Williamson now. He is the 5th bowling option in this side. I think that may be... It's a hard one. It's probably one of those things where I would like to have someone else, and maybe them and Kane Williamson could share the load, but both Ronke and Watling are bowling real well. I was meant to change the bowler, but I actually took the power play. It's not going to matter. Doug Bracewell's gone and taken a wicket. I need to check on my time to make sure we don't go over. So yeah, that's going to be coming out tomorrow, that new series with, oh yes, Stumped. Beautiful. So that's going to be coming out. I'll be doing that every week as well. So every week you're still going to get 2 Cricket Coach recordings. One of them is going to be, well, they'll be Saturday and Monday. One of them is going to be Big Bash, and one of them is going to be the World Cup with New Zealand. So hopefully you guys do go and enjoy that. We've actually picked up the win in this game. Bowled Zimbabwe out for 103. So that is actually a very, very big victory. Ross Taylor picking up man of the match there, 106. Him and Ronke really the only ones who could go and bat on the wicket. Everyone else kind of struggled. So England picked up another win as well. Alistair Cook, he scored 100, and I think they are probably my closest threat, I guess you would say, to my top ranking. We'll just go and try and have a look at that quickly there. We are actually top, Pakistan top as well, so they have played an extra game though, mind you. So we're taking on England next. A win there pretty much will guarantee us a spot. How many go through? Is it the top 4? I'm pretty sure it's the top 4 in each group. I think it's 8. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But yeah, pretty much a win here would almost guarantee us a passage into the knockout stages. We still have Afghanistan, Ireland, and England to play. So those 2 games there should be an easy win. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Got to go turn my fan on because it is absolutely roasting in here. Do hope you've had a good weekend. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to have that Big Bash recording. Not too sure who I'm going to do that with, so make sure you tune in to that. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you don't miss it. Hope you had a good weekend, and we'll catch you tomorrow.